In development debates, we take a look at the future and present of China. Today, our debate topic is if McDonald's should expand in China. The greasy American fast food chain has started popping up in some odd locations. In the Gulo area of Beijing, a McDonald's has been retrofitted into a Beijing hutong. This gives the ancient Beijing houses the clean and sleek look of capitalism, or at least McHistory. McDonald's is often criticized for selling unhealthy food. In America, it's criticized for targeting the youth of underprivileged families, which could lead to problems like child obesity. Child obesity has been assumed to be connected to health problems like heart disease. The argument has been made the expansion of McDonald's in China has been a contributor to the growing obesity levels in the country. However, McDonald's isn't alone in its influence upon the glucose levels of China's physically expanding youth. An article by the New York Times discussed how obesity in China is a result of growing wealth in the country. Having a fat child is symbolic of having the wealth to feed a family well. As fat equals rich, families are fattening up their one child with all the love, care, and convenience available by fast food. But McDonald's isn't the only fast food giant profiting from the changing eating patterns of China's new middle class. Brands like Yum, who own KFC and Chinese fast food brands, have found strong positions in the market. In fact, there are more KFCs in China than there are McDonald's. As China's income grows, fast food restaurants will probably continue growing, so waistlines can be expected to continue growing with it. As the main meals of these fast food chains are high in saturated fats, their increasing popularity could lead to increasing health problems like heart disease. Heart disease already one of the biggest causes of death in Beijing. However, in another perspective, a scientist recently found out that saturated fats might not be as harmful as people assume. Dr. Asim Malhotra said there is already too much of a focus on saturated fats in regards to health and dieting. Granted, this wasn't an endorsement, as he still recommended watching sugar levels and avoiding processed foods. There is a positive side to McDonald's growth if you can rule out the long-term health impact. It might actually improve food quality standards. The growth of fast food chains in China will offer competitive pricing on street food. The street food in China has had a disturbing number of food safety problems. One story about gutter oil shocked many. Gutter oil is cooking oil skimmed off from gutters and sewers to be used for cooking food. While local authentic cuisine might be prized in many parts of China, food quality could tarnish that image. McDonald's has been flexible with this menu so that it can target the same people as the street vendors do. People in China are more likely to trust a chain than an individual shop because they believe the food to be better and more safely prepared. Offering competitive prices gives them the opportunity to take over in the market for cheap and convenient food. This is oftentimes the very opposite in many countries for fast food. In America, the image of a young part-time worker who hasn't washed his hands is more associated with fast food than a clean and safe meal is. If McDonald's continues expanding in China, then Chinese citizens might have to start looking out for changes in their diets and those of their children. The food culture of China is rich in history, so hopefully it isn't compromised too much by the expression of myth culture. But it's possible that the fast food giants bring much desired improvements to the current food quality concerns. So hopefully Chinese citizens start demanding healthier options within McDonald's relatively clean stores before it becomes a nationwide health problem.